What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Payne. Welcome back to another Captor Clash video. That's right, guys. We're having a ton of fun with this game, and I've got a lot more videos to come because I think there's a lot of information here that people don't know about and should know about. So we talked quickly about the top 5 things to do as a beginner, and one of them was power, right? And I want to really quickly go over this a little more in depth. I should say quickly and more in depth. They're kind of complete opposites. So I actually want to go more in depth into it because I went over it quickly in the other video. That's what I meant to say. So let's talk about power and the best way to gain additional CP in order to move on and conquer stages. Because really at the end of the day, that's going to be the goal, right? And as well as PvP. So I mentioned a few different things and a few different methods. So let's go over those again. So CP is your combat power essentially, and it's an accumulative amount that you get from doing various different things. I want to cover those things so you guys know the best ways to increase your power and move on in the game. So first one you want to do, mostly focus on, is get your characters up. Now these fragments here, as I mentioned before in the video, the previous video, you want to get through the hero biography or through summoning. Or through PvP, and you can buy them from the shop. So there's various different ways, but essentially these will increase the power of the unit, overall giving you a higher CP. The more the attributes of these characters go up, they also will attain different traits and passives as you increase the star. So very, very important. One thing to note is faction does matter. And you can see here, if other faction counters the opponents, our attack damage increases by 20%. So 20% is a pretty big difference in damage. So make sure you are using the right units for the proper fights with factions, okay? So that's going to make a big difference even if you're lower in power. Now, if you can see here, it says when you start up, you get yourself the attacker bonus, which is unlocks when the hero hits a certain star mode, increases at 3 stars, attack increase by 7%, at 5 stars increases at 17%, and then this here activates at 2 stars, Attic of the Sweet Hunter Ultimate Frenzy deals 40% more damage to monsters, and then 75% more to monsters at 6 stars, it deals 130% more to monsters. So huge deal to get these stars up, but obviously will take quite some time to do so. Another thing I didn't mention, I'll go into a little more in depth later on, is going to be bonds, okay? So bonds here are, as you increase the star of your characters, you're going to unlock CP and increase these bond stats. At the same time, you're going to actually open up certain bonds. You can see the stats down here that affect everybody, but these bonds here have specific traits and skills that they offer and stat increases based on certain requirements you need to meet. So for example, all of these are the ones I have unlocked. As you can see here, let's claim this one. To unlock this, I need these 2 characters at B, right? Which I don't have right now, but the ones that are highlighted are already done. And each one has a specific stat increase. So for example, this one, after reaching a C rank combo rating, the attack will increase by 120. This one's at 400 if it's C. This one is at attack at 50. And then etc, right? So each upgrade increases by 50, and then this one is C rank, and this one you can see here C rank, and then this one is S rank. So keep in mind, you have to watch out for what the rank requirements are. All right, guys. So make sure you increase your bonds by ranking up your character. So it's going to happen naturally, but make sure you equip the proper bonds for the fight. All right, and then growth bonds also will increase stats quite a bit more, but these are the harder characters to get. So this is going to take a while to do these ones. So don't worry too much about the growth bonds yet, okay? Early on in the game, that's not going to matter. All right, moving on here. Blueprint. So this is something you're going to get a blueprint as you progress through the storyline. Now, blueprints give you obviously stat increases right here. And as you go through the story, you're obviously going to get yourself some new characters. So you can see here, Hasoyo, which is a C rank. And then if you get to 413, you get her B rank version. So definitely do this, guys. It's a lot of stat increases. And it's actually probably some of the easier ones to do early on. So get through this, do the storyline, spend your stamina there until you get stuck, then come back and do it over again. The beauty about doing storyline mode as well too, every stage you beat for the first time, they give you 5 stamina. So it's like almost doing it for free. You spend a little bit more, but you recover quite a bit of it, okay? Gear. This one's going to be a long-term investment. So as you can see here, each gear gives you specific stats. They all apply. So what you're going to do here is you're going to click on the gear. You're going to sweep the level essentially, and you're going to collect these, you're going to synthesize them, and you're going to create this gear and you're going to level it up. You can see here it's level 40. This is based on your actual account level, and then the +4s is based on your actual advancement in terms of gearing it up. Okay, so this is going to matter a lot. Put a lot of effort into this. It's gonna bring your actual boost of your stats quite high. And then refine mastery, you can see here where you're at, and upgrade mastery where you're at. So to get to level 40, you move on to the next mastery. You see all of these hit level 40, and that's going to increase your stats even further. So make sure you focus on gear. This is going to be a place where you're going to spend a lot of your stamina on. All right, mechs. You have to actually level up each mecha. You can see here, level 200 opens up this one, level 200 opens that one. But the beauty of it is all of these stats here still apply. So you can equip up to 3 mechs. Eventually, when you unlock more than more than 3 mechs, you're gonna end up having to choose. But nonetheless, the total attributes still apply to your character. So mechs are very important, but they are the biggest henna character killer. They eat up your gold so much that you're gonna need to sometimes go to Hano and exchange a couple times to get these, or wait for the double event drop, which is currently happening now actually in the challenge mode. So definitely do that. But this is a great way to increase your power with easy accessibility. Just level these up and you'll get more of these unlocked and you get more power through it, okay? Let's move on to cats. Cat spirits are fun. There's a lot of them here. They can be equipped. They all have different attributes, but the beauty is when the affection part of it comes in, you just feed them this food and their stats will increase totally. It doesn't affect the one cat. It affects all cats, which means your stats will also increase along the way. So feel free to use the affection items as you get them. Do not hold back. Cat spirits, on the other hand, we'll do a whole different video on them and rank them and talk about them and see which ones are the best ones to use for which characters, okay? And then lastly, equipment. Now this you don't unlock for a little bit of time. If I go to my adventure, equipment is actually unlocked, I believe, at 3. Let's go to stage 3. Where is that? Where is that? Equipment. Pretty sure it's 3 something, or was it 2 something? Let me go back again. I could be wrong. Maybe it's 2 something. Arena, gear. Okay, gear we already know about. No, so it's definitely 3 something or 4 something. Where is that? Maybe it's 4 something then. Yeah, no, it's got to be 3 or 4 something. Anyways, it's unlocked in here somewhere, guys. I think it's Team Assault, actually, so 4-4. When this unlocks, you get yourself the ability to get equipment here. Now, equipment is going to pretty much be standardized across the board. You collect these through opening chests, through shops, or you can do it through an actual challenge. I'll show you the challenge here real quick. Let me go back. Exploration. Challenge in this Team Assault here. It drops equipment, okay? And it's pretty much a team battle or a one-on-you against the NPC. And as you beat the floors get harder and they have specific buffs for each of these weeks, okay? So make sure you look at the buffs, make sure you look at the floors, and try to join a team if you can to take full advantage of it. But you get yourself, if you do all 3 stars, you get to open up 3 different chests, and then there's 3 other ones you can use crystals. So you can open up a total of 6 to get gear. Now, gear upgrades, just so everyone's aware, equipment upgrades are going to maintain no matter what in terms of the abilities right here, okay? These will stay no matter what you do. The difference, though, is the actual increase of equipment stats right here. This will change based on the equipment. So this +8, if I get a new one, you have to start over. Like you see this belt is +1. When I replaced it with the legend one, it started over again. So make sure, guys, you are very careful at how much resources you spend on upgrading the actual equipment. But this part here, feel free to use those stones to do the abilities as much as you want. They maintain throughout the entire time. So those are some of the best ways to get yourself some power. Now, other ways, of course, is recruiting, getting new characters that will also increase your CP because it increases your growth. And sorry, one sec here. Let me get this out of the way. And just keep in mind, your CP is going to go steadily. When you get your CP up, your main goal is going to be doing 2 things. Number 1, story mode, complete it to unlock additional things and get yourself some rewards. Number 2, use it to also do your adventure mode, sorry, not adventure mode, your exploration mode, and that's going to be the actual Abyss Maze. And this is where you're going to get a lot of cat food and henna. So you can see here, there's a power requirement. As you progress, you're also going to get yourself some crystals. So focus, guys, on those things, and you guys will increase your power pretty steadily, pretty quickly, and don't worry about rushing. This is a stamina-based game. If you run out of stamina, refresh twice, in my opinion. Wait for the stamina in the event section to pop, where here you can claim it. See, I missed this one. But for me right now, 20 is good. Because right now, I think if I do a stamina increase, because I've done it twice already. Where is that here? Here we go. It's 40, right? So this is actually not bad. So I'm going to go ahead and do this, but I missed it. The next one is in 1 hour. Unfortunately, you don't get a notification. Set the timer on for yourself. And the next one is 5 hours. Get these for sure. They're absolutely worth it. And while you're doing that, and you go through the floors, you're going to collect yourself a little additional thing. So that's why Abyss Maze has 11 days. Definitely get it done. Recruitment, if you decide to recruit, get that done. And then Hano Carnival right now, it's ×2 the plunder. So definitely go in here and do the sweeping and collect these. You get double the amount right now. And that's very, very important. So this is a place, plunder, where you're going to spend a lot of your time. All right, guys, this is Payne. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll talk to you guys on the next one.